I'm at that age where I'm glad we haven't got a Harold Shipman knocking round. Do you know what I mean? Those of you too young to know who Harold Shipman is, right? He is our most prolific serial killer, right? He killed 300 people. He killed old people. That's my point. He'd have his eye on me, go, oh, give him a few more years. And he was a doctor, right? But the reason you haven't heard of him, right, is because he never appears in those lists of the worst serial killers. And he was, like, one of the worst ever. But he didn't act like a serial killer, right? He was a GP. He was old school. He had a little shirt and tie, little tweed jacket, little beard, little glasses. He'd do house visits. He'd go on to see Edna, 85. You all right, Edna? Yeah. Do you want a cup of tea? Yes, please. And he'd make Edna a lovely cup of tea, right? Then he'd just put her in a lethal amount of opioids, right? And he'd just give Edna the tea and watch her drink it and fall asleep and die. And that was it. He didn't even masturbate. You know? Yes, it is a waste, sir, yeah. And they reckon he got the idea when he was a little lad, Harold Shipman, little Harold Shipman. He watched his mum dying of lung cancer, being given morphine, and somewhat triggered him. He thought, I'll grow up, become a doctor, and I'll do this. I don't know whether it means that he liked the way the morphine put his mum out of pain. So these were like mercy killings, like, you know, reliving the kindness. Or the opposite. He was jealous of old people who lived longer than his mum should have, so he was punishing them. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Actually, it does matter, because if you can really understand why someone does something like that, you might spot the signs in the future and stop a crime before it happens. You know, I always think that when there's a school shooting in America, right, it's usually some emo, right, who goes into a kindergarten, kills about 30 toddlers, turns the gun on himself, right? And all the eyewitnesses, they always say the same thing. They go, oh, he was a loner, he sat at the back, he was shy, he was bullied. Let's round those cunts up now. Do you know what I mean? It's like, go into a school, see who the bully's smashing up, right? Go, I'll take it from here, mate, thank you, right? And drag that little dweeb off to Borstal or jail or so. Go to the bully, go and find another one. You know what I mean? He's doing a great job, but we need more. But they're beating up future child killers. You get obsessed with crime and punishment as you get older. I've always been pretty interested. I studied philosophy at university, and a big part of that is morality. And I've always been against the death penalty. Right? I was a young liberal, and I was really anti the death penalty. And now I'm an old liberal. And I'm still anti the death penalty, but now I love it when someone gets killed doing something they shouldn't at the time. Like, you see a bloke in Brazil, a hostage video, he's got a young girl, he's got a gun to her head, and he goes, you won't take me alive, copper. And then the marksman just takes out his brainstem. Oh, I love that. Pause, rewind, all right? Or when a bullfighter gets gored to death. That is my favourite, right? Particularly when the horn goes up the arse. That, I call that a hole in Juan. Thank you. Or those videos coming out of lawless New York. You see them on Instagram and YouTube. It's someone with an iPhone. He's got someone, right, he's knocking over this little convenience store. He's got a fucking hoodie and a knife, and he's nicking all the booze. He doesn't care he's being filmed. He's going to get away with it. He's going to get away with it. Then, from behind the counter, comes a little 70-year-old Korean man who batters him to death with a broom. I fucking love that. I can't wait to be a 70-year-old vigilante. Just walking round Hampstead with a walking stick. Oh, but it's a sword. I paint it white as well to look even more vulnerable, right? Wear dark glasses. I'd see a gang of youths. I'd go over to them and go, so, excuse me, guys, do you know where the Nike store is? I want to buy some Air Jordans with all this cash. And as they go for it, you little fucking cunts. But the death penalty is not like that, is it? It's not in self-defense, it's not in the heat of the moment, it's cold justice, you know? Don't matter what you've done, you could have murdered people, you know? You stand trial, they find you guilty, they put you on death row, sometimes for 10, 15 years, which seems unnecessarily cruel, and then they murder you in front of witnesses. And it's from the Bible. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The state says you murdered someone, so we're going to murder you. But if you rape and murder someone, you still only just get murdered. That's a loophole, isn't it? That's like... That smacks of misogyny to me. That's like the judge going, the rape was free, but we're going to... You know what I mean? Just once, I want the judge to go, right, you raped and murdered someone, so you're going to be taken from here to a place where you'd be hung by the neck and raped. What, at the same time? Yes, yes. We got loads of volunteers with dildos, right? So he sort of goes down, fuck off, fuck off. Okay, he's dead. Yeah, I know. Oh. It might work. But the longer you live, the grumpier you'll get. It's not just going to happen to me, it's going to happen to all of you. Because the longer you live, the more shit you see. And you go, oh, fuck, this again, right? And the more burden you carry. And the older you get, the weaker you get, so the burden gets heavier. And you go, oh, God, this again. And you can't die nowadays. You know what I mean? You go, oh, thank God, I'm dying. Oh, fuck, I'm back. You know what I mean? They can transplant every organ now. Whatever's got... Transplant every organ. Not your brain. That wouldn't make sense. You are your brain. So that would be an everything else transplant, wouldn't it? But I'd sign up for that. I don't care about this. It's to get this round. If I could leave £1 million to science, so when I died, suppose when I died, my body's crushed, killed instantly, but my head's intact. They keep that on ice, wait for a body donor. Some poor bloke gets his head crushed, put my head on his body, and I'm back. I know. Statistically, I will get a bigger penis as well, so... The odds are in my favour there, trust me. I wake up in the future, I see the scar, and I go, oh, that's all right. You know what I mean? I go, oh, you've always wanted a big knob? I go, yeah, I've always wanted a big knob. I go, let's have a little bit of me time. So and I start, but then every time I look down, I go, oh, that's not my knob. Do you know what I mean? I go, oh, that's not my knob. Oh, that's not my knob. It's not my hand either, carry on. It's like, you know what I mean? I was doing an interview a while ago. I don't think the journalist liked me. He asked me this question. I thought it was rude, right? So I gave a fake answer, right? He said, so what have you got planned for your funeral? And I went, I want to be fed to the lions at London Zoo. He went, really? I went, yeah. I want the zookeeper to take up my big, fat, dead, naked, bloated body in a wheelbarrow, right? Just dump it in the lion's den, doof, like that. Loads of tourists going, is that the bloke from The Office? Like that, right? And then 2 big lions come out and just start eating me. And lions, they start with the soft bits of the body to get inside to the rib cage. So they'd probably get a testicle each, wouldn't they? Because that'd be the easiest of it. By then, my testicles would be about a yard apart, so they'd be easy. They just start eating towards me. Like Lady and the Tramp, really romantic. So I said that as a joke, but he totally believed me. So much so that when he was writing up the article, he called London Zoo and asked them if that would be allowed, and they said, no, of course not, right? So when the article came out, the headline was, London Zoo refused Ricky's request to be fed to lions. Like I'm a fucking psychopath. My point is, you can't worry about what happens after you die. Don't live your life, let someone else worry about it. You're dead, you've done your bit, right? I know some people who really are stressed about what happens after they die, some religious people, and they believe in heaven and hell and all that. So now they're getting a bit, oh, have I been good enough? I mean, great, heaven's great, but hell, oh my God, what if I go to hell? And I go, there's no hell. It's made up to frighten kids. Like, my favourite horror film of all time is still the original Exorcist, right? First time I saw it on VHS, right? I was blown away. I watched it again straight away. I loved it, right? And there's a bit in that that's meant to be the really poignant bit. And I laughed the first time I saw it because it was the idea of the devil being this crass and childish. You know the bit. So, the little girl's possessed by the devil, and they're doing an exorcism, and they're throwing holy water on it. She's hissing, right? They're going, the power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. And at one point, the devil makes the little girl turn her head round, and he makes her say, your mother sucks cocks in hell. Right? And the bloke, she said, he's devastated. He's like, because he's thinking, oh, no, that's the real devil. So he knows, so it's true, my poor mother sucking cocks in hell, right? if scientists actually found the devil, I was wrong. There isn't it. They found the devil, they tested him, it was peer-reviewed, it won the Nobel Prize for fucking everything, because it'd be the greatest discovery of all time, right? And I'd look at the science, I'd be mind-blown, but I'd go, well, you've got to follow the science. So, you know, yeah, I believe in the devil. I wouldn't even be belief, it would be knowledge. I'd want to meet him. If the devil actually existed, I'd want to see it for my... As long as I was safe, I don't know what makes you safe from the devil. But if he existed, we'd find out, wouldn't we? Like, vampires live forever, but now we know a bit of garlic really fucks them up. So we discover something, like if you put a devil in a cage with a sprig of parsley on top, he's weak or something, right? And I'd meet the devil, right? And I'd go for an order, and I'd go, he'd be there. I'd go, are you the devil? He'd go, yeah, right? And then he tried to hurt my feelings. And that was his best shot. And he went, Rick, I go, what? He goes, your mother sucks cocks in hell. I go, I don't care. I don't. 1, she's dead. 2, she was heterosexual. 3, she never had her teeth in towards the end. So, no. But it's hell. Think of all the terrible things that could be happening to her. Being raped by red-hot pokers, rats eating her eyes. My mum gets cock duty. Go on, girl. That has got to be one of the better jobs in hell. And it's like... terrible job on earth. I've never sucked a cock in my life. I never will. But if I died and I'm in hell, right, tortured from eternity, I'd see the first cock, I'd go, I'm on this. Not a problem. Not a problem. I'd be looking round seeing people skinned alive. I'd go, I'd chow down. I'd be looking over the big man going, I'm doing a great job here. Leave me on this. And there's the devil with a clipboard looking a bit confused. No one's ever gone straight for the cock. But he goes, OK, carry on. I'll go.
And now, for the main event of the evening. He is the creator of the most successful British comedy of all time, shown in over 100 countries. He holds the world record for internet downloads and has sold over 7 million DVDs. He has won 2 Primetime Emmys, 3 Golden Globes, and 8 BAFTAs, and now has the fastest selling live tour in British history. So, please, welcome to the stage, all the way from London, the Podfather. The phenomenon that is the English king of comedy, Ricky Gervais!
So much. Not too over the top, is it? Spent the entire budget on that. Just me and a microphone now. Look, not even a coat hook. Unbelievable. Oh, it is fantastic to be here in the greatest city in the world. Thank you so much. Oh, this is my second night in New York. I did a few gigs in Los Angeles, but a lot of those we donated the money to the American Cancer Society, so this is better because I keep all the money. So, but we did raise thousands of dollars, or hundreds of pounds, whichever way. What's it like being a third world country? Oh dear. I know what you're thinking straight away. Ricky Gervais, are you still doing stuff for charity? Shut up. No, don't. What? I do too much. No, I don't. What? How much did I raise for cancer alone last year? It doesn't matter. Why is it? What? Give us a ballpark figure. Millions. Millions. And they are welcome to it. But I will say this. If I ever get cancer myself, I'm going to walk into the nearest hospital and go, right, I paid for that machine. Get that little bald fucker off it. Talking of little bald fuckers, I did the teenage cancer gig last year. What? At the Royal Albert Hall. I'd done it before, I did it in 2006, but they called again last year. We're still ill. Okay, you lasted. No, it's a great gig, and the teenagers with cancer getting free and everything, that's the sort of guy I am. And they sit in the front row, oh, lucky little... And they get to come backstage afterwards and meet me. What a treat that is for them. So much better than going to Disney World, where the rides can make you sick if you're in that state. So meeting me, it's thumbs up. So, and I was doing the gig this last time, and I looked down and I recognised one of them. I thought, oh yeah, he came backstage 2 years ago. He was telling me about his illness, and I signed some stuff for him, and he said, oh, he just turned 18 and how hard it was. And I was thinking, well, that was 2 years ago. So now he must be 20. So how the fuck is he still a teenager? Lying little shit. He wasn't lying about the cancer, he was riddled with it. It hurt him to laugh, but he shouldn't... So I was doing the gig, and he was laughing along, and I thought, yeah, you laugh it up, mate. I was fuming. And it got too much for me, and I went, all right, mate, I recognise you. He went, you came backstage 2 years ago. I went, yeah. You said you're 18. He went, yeah, so you're 20 now. He went, yeah. I said, get out. And I called security, and he struggled, but he was weak. They'd worked out, you could tell. Although they had trouble getting hold of him to start with, but then they got him, and they pulled it. His drip nearly had someone's eye out. I went, get him out. The crowd started booing. I went, hear that? They don't want to see someone like you take the piss out of me. Off you go. Oh. Cheers, everyone. That's a big can, isn't it? I'm not showing off. I want you to know that is a big can, and I'm not a dwarf. Oh. I did a big charity gig last year for autism. And like most people, my only experience of autism until recently was Dustin Hoffman's brilliant portrayal in Rain Man. But I've just got this new house in London, and the neighbours were coming round and going, oh, yeah, hi, poking their noses in, basically. But I thought, you know, I'd be nice to them for now. When I get a big gate, they can fuck off. One couple, they've got an autistic son. And the mother was talking to me and said, oh, this is Douglas, he's 17, and he never goes out because he hasn't got any friends. So I thought, right, okay, this is where I can show him that, you know, I'm a rich, handsome man off the telly, but I've also got a heart of gold. And I said, oh, I'll take him out. I went, really? I went, yeah. So I went back on the Saturday, true, and she said, oh, he loves the zoo. And the zoo is only about a mile from my new house in Hampstead, I live. And so I'm walking along the street with Douglas, okay, and he doesn't take his eyes off his mum all the way along the street like that. And his mum's in the doorway, and she's waving to him, and she's crying, right? Eventually she shuts the door and she goes indoors. I hailed a cab and said, right, take us to the casino. So, you've got to make it work for you, haven't you? So, I signed him in. He had a little suit on and everything. I thought, this is going to be brilliant, okay? I went straight to the blackjack table. That's their best one. I don't know why. They're brilliant at that. I went, okay, Dougie, you know the score. Bet 2 for good and 1 for bad. Do you understand? He went, yeah. I went, hoo. So I was betting. I was about £1,000 down in half an hour. And I went, sorry, hold on. Douglas, do that thing. Count the cards. Do that thing. Tell me when there's a good card coming. Tell me bet 2 for good. Do you understand? He went, yeah. So I was another £1,000 down. I thought, what sort of an autistic... So I was confused. I threw some toothpicks on the carpet. I said, how many? He went, I don't know. I said, there's 7. I can see there's 7 from here. Oh. Wow. Why did I get that one? So I took him back home and I said to the mother, there's been a mistake. He walks like Rain Man, but he's got none of that clever shit.
I know it's wrong. But I don't want to talk about it, but I do an awful lot for charity. But I think some causes are more worthy than others. Joking aside, obviously cancer is a very worthy cause, autism's a very worthy cause. But I got asked to do a benefit gig recently for sufferers of obesity. What? She went, sufferers of obesity. I went, do you mean fat people? She went, no, because obesity is, well, she actually went, no, because she was eating. She went, no, just, you know, between snacks, like, and she went, obesity is a disease. No, it's not, is it? You just like eating, don't you? No, it's not, is it? How is that a disease? Oh, I'm so fucking ill. I'm well ill. Oh. I said, what's the disease? She went, everything tastes good. Everything? Yeah. Not salads. It's not a disease, is it? Leprosy is a disease. Can you imagine Jesus in the temple? People shuffling up to him in bandages going, Jesus, my face is falling off. I can't stop now, there's a fat chick on her third pie. People say, they make excuses, don't they, fat people? They say, it's glandular. It's not glandular, it's greed, okay? It's big bones. Yeah, big bones covered in meat and gravy. They complain, and it's their own fault. Oh, I'm getting fat. Oh, look, I'm getting fat. Oh, aeroplane seats. They're not big enough for someone like me. No, they're not. Because if they were, we'd only get 12 fucking people on the plane. It's not fair. It is fair. That's what does it. And if we're talking about fairness and aeroplanes, why is it I get the same luggage allowance as a guy who's 400 pounds? We're both allowed to carry on 32 kilograms to the plane. I want to go, no, he used up his 32 kilograms on his tits. It's not a disease. I saw a documentary back in England about this woman who was 350 pounds because she ate 10 burger and fries a day. That'll do it. 10 separate meals of burger and fries. 10 separate trips to McDonald's, right? In a cab. Oh, didn't even walk that. Wasted calories, okay? So, to stop her eating these meals, they wired her jaw together. So she liquidized 10 burger and fries a day. Now she's on burger smoothies. Now she's not even chewing. That used up 3 calories. So lo and behold, she gets fatter. So they admitted her to have that thing done where you staple your stomach together. And she's sitting there in hospital, looking all depressed. Well, you can't eat for an hour before an operation, can you? Lank hair, smock. Christ knows where they got that, right? And she said, it's a really dangerous procedure, but it's the only option left. One, jogging. You don't even walk. Right. Salad. You don't like the taste. 3, 9 burger and fries a day. It's a start, isn't it? It's a starter to her. Jesus. We have some fat people in Britain, but you, like everything else, are the gold medalists of that as well. Right? You'd win that in the Olympics. I saw this episode of Jerry Springer. It was called Jerry Springer Saves the World's Fattest Man. You've got to watch that. So he's there going, okay, let's try and save this guy's life. He's got a heart of gold as well. He's like me, right? So So it cut to this guy at home in his house. They couldn't bring him to the studio. They had a camera crew there. And I say house, he was in a trailer, obviously. And he was. He was like a big blob on the bed. He sort of filled the trailer. He looked like an uncooked souffle. And you could just see like his eyes in this doughy mess. And he was going, I don't want to die, Jerry. I don't want to die. And I felt sorry for him. I got over that. And I said, how much do you weigh? And he weighed 1,000 pounds. 1,000 pounds. Now, my point is this. When he weighed himself one day and he was, say, 500 pounds, didn't he think then that was a lot? Didn't he go, that's a lot? For a human. For what is essentially a land mammal, that's a lot. I'll only have 8 breakfasts today. I'm not having a go. I'm a little bit overweight myself. The other night someone shouted, no shit. I thought it could be that. Wouldn't that be great? You go to the doctor, he goes, no, you're not overweight, you're just constipated. Woohoo! Start again. I'll tell you quickly, I had to go to the doctor for this tour, for this medical, I say tour, it's LA and New York, they're the main two, I didn't do the middle bit. Nothing wrong with the middle bit, if you're watching the DVD. I love the middle bit. I love the middle bit. I love all of America. I do. I do. I've got a film coming out. Now listen. No, I had to have a medical, and I've had medicals before for TV shows, and they check your pulse and go, fine, you're not going to die in the next 6 weeks, go ahead. But went along to Harley Street, and he said, oh, it's a bit more thorough than usual, because it's, it's a high insurance risk, this big gig. So I went, fine, said, we need a urine sample. I went, yeah, fine. So he gave me this little file, right? And I went to the toilet, filled that up, good as gold, gave it back to him, still warm. That's embarrassing, isn't it? Oh, I know he's a doctor, it's wee, but when it's cold wee, it's sort of just chemical, but when it's warm wee, it's sort of biological, do you know what I mean? It's from my body, that it's warm because of my body heat. Some of which is probably willy heat. Do you know what I mean? No, but it is. I'm not saying I've got a very hot penis, but it's the same. What I'm saying is, it started off as core temperature, but then had to go through the willy, which kept it warm, like a lagged pipe. And it was only a very short journey, so it lost... It's fine, it's average, I don't know. I don't know, it doesn't matter. It's, I'm 5'8", it's in proportion. It's fine. It's fine. It is. Absolutely fine, there's nothing wrong with this. I've got nothing to compare it with. Mine is the only one I've seen. I haven't seen it for a while. Doesn't matter. I'd look silly with like a 2-foot cock, wouldn't I? I'd look ridiculous. It would look ridiculous. Oh, look at my big cock. Well, you look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. You were better with the average one. Whatever size it is, it looks fine on me. Also, if I had a 2-foot one, I'd faint every time I got an erection, which would be... I'd just be lying there with no blood in me, just this cock up in the... It's fine. I've never thought about it before, but it's... Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It really is. Now I'm worried that you think, oh, what? It's just... If you saw me naked, you wouldn't go, that's the tiniest cock I've ever seen. You fucking wouldn't. You wouldn't make... You'd look, you'd go, as a naked man, you wouldn't have to squint. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. You wouldn't have to squint. You'd go, there's his penis, it's fine. It's fine. And the doctor can't tell you because he's taken an oath, so you'll never find out. Okay. So I gave him the wee, okay, the hot willy wee, just from my bladder and average penis, and he went, thanks, right? He's loving that. Anyway, so and then he went, can you strip down to your underpants? I went, okay. So I stripped down to my oh, fucking hell. Someone's parrots escaped. So he said, can you strip down to your underpants? I went, good as gold. Oh, the one day I wear white underpants. Big wet patch from the wee. Well, look, why didn't he warn me? Why didn't he say, be careful, I'll be checking your underpants in a minute? You don't check your underpants, do you? You do that, you put it away. Maybe that always happens, but I've never had a wee, then gone out and go, better check my underpants. That's the first time I've ever had a post-wee view of... So I thought, oh, how embarrassing. He's checking the wee, and he's going to turn around any minute, and he's going to see... And he did. He saw it straight away. He sort of went like that and looked away, right? And I tried to hide it. I was one of those pairs just a slit, and I tried to pull it over, but it pinged back, and he saw it. He even had to touch it when he said cough. It was really embarrassing, okay? But why am I telling you? Oh, yeah. So, anyway, so that happened. I wet myself, basically, in front of a doctor. Okay. I went home, and I told my mate, I said, what happened? And my mate said, you should have gone commando. Brilliant. Well, that would have been much less embarrassing, wouldn't it? So, according to him, I should go, oh no, I've wet myself, what can I do? Oh, I know, I take them off too. That's as dry as a bone, Doc. Should have gone commando. Do commandos not wear pants? Commandos must wear underpants, mustn't they? Mustn't they? Why aren't you wearing underpants? What? I'm a commander and I'm wearing underpants. I've never heard of that. I've never heard that phrase before. They're going to see that. At least. Oh, they're definitely going to see it now. There's barbed wire. You're going to lose that. Should have gone commando. Thank you. I'm a bit overweight myself, but I never worried about it before I was famous. And I'm not vain now. It's that you read about yourself, and the papers, they need an adjective. They can't just say, Ricky Gervais, comedian. They say things like, Ricky Gervais, tubby comedian. What? Why say that? Why bring that into it? It's like, you can't get more specific than your entire name. You know what I mean? Who's going, Ricky Gervais? What does he do? Comedian. Ricky Gervais, comedian. Fat bloke. Oh, I know, yeah. One paper called me rotund comic. I'm not rotund, am I? There was a picture in the 2 English papers this weekend, okay? A paparazzi got me in Los Angeles, and I was just sort of standing like that, and it was in the Daily Mail and the News of the World, and they put a question underneath it, is Ricky pregnant? I've been referred to as a chubby funster. That's like a gay porn name, isn't it? Oh, here comes the chubby funster. I was jogging once, right, with my iPod on. Yeah, looking good, right? Paparazzi got me. Full page in the paper the next day with a headline, iPodge. Cheeky bastards. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, all the charity work I do. I don't want to really talk about it, but I do. One of the first big charities I got involved with years ago was when I worked at the University of London, was the Terence Higgins Trust, which is the big AIDS charity in Britain. And it was sort of mid to late 80s, so people were still like, oh, what's this new thing called AIDS? What's this? Oh, it's gone from strength to strength now. It's doing very well. It's gone global. But got its own day and everything. 1st of December, World AIDS Day. I don't think it'll ever take off like Christmas, because it's got a wrong vibe about it. And the card companies have missed a trick. They're usually straight in for anything, aren't they? And you cannot get, sorry, you got AIDS cards. They don't exist. Or one that plays a little tune to cheer someone up, a little relevant tune. I don't know what a relevant tune would be, but I'm a 9-stone cowboy. It doesn't matter. But I won't do this in San Francisco. Because you had a bad gay. Oh, shut up. Shut up. No, but I learned a fascinating fact when working for the Terence Higgins Trust. People always learn stuff from my lectures. This is absolutely true. The first HIV virus was actually a combination of 2 separate viruses that joined in rhesus monkeys and made this rudimentary form of AIDS. And this was passed to chimpanzees. Sometimes chimps will get a bloodlust and eat a rhesus monkey, and it sort of evolved and mutated in chimps. And because we're 98.6% genetically identical to a chimpanzee, it was able to be passed to humans. And the first human contracted AIDS when he was chopping up chimp meat and he cut his finger, although that's the excuse I'd have given as well. You'd have to come up with something when you go on to the doctor and you go, I feel terrible, doc. And he goes, well, I'm not surprised. You're the first human to contract AIDS. How would I got that? 2 ways. 1, you were fucking a chimp up the arse. Me? Fucking a chimp up the arse. No way. How else could I have caught it? I don't know, you could have been chopping up chimp meat and cut your finger. That one. Choppy, chimpy finger thing. I bet he went straight into the jungle and found that chimp. Went, you fucking gave me AIDS. I gave you what? You gave me AIDS. I gave you a blowjob. Shush, shut up. I got AIDS from you. Well, where did I get AIDS from? From eating monkeys. I don't eat monkeys. You're either eating them or fucking them. I was eating them. But the greatest thing I learned when working for that AIDS charity was that this is the best leaflet in the world. Okay? This is a real flyer that came round, issued by the Terence Higgins Trust. Okay? It came round the university I worked at in about 1989. Okay? And it was aimed at the last demographic of gay men who still weren't taking precautions. They treated HIV like an occupational hazard, and they were militant against the disease, but they wouldn't take precautions. So it's aimed at that last tiny demographic, so it's very hard hitting. The front cover is a bunch of bananas with the word fuck. I don't know why, And it's basically a 10-point plan of health advice to not contract HIV. And this is the title of this flyer. You know it's going to be good when this is the title. Okay? Ready? You know, you don't always have to have anal sex. It's good to know, isn't it? Think of an old couple in a doctor's waiting room. Just looking through Reader's Digest, and she goes, oh, what's this? Oh. You know, you don't always have to have anal sex. See, I fucking told you. Okay, and it's basically 10 suggestions of alternatives to that little act. Okay? I'll just read some to you. Number 1. Okay, this is real. Okay. Number 1. Why not? Always starts the same. Why not? Okay. It's a soft sell. They're not pushing it on you, but Okay. Number 1. Why not just jack each other off? Look at that. I've got the new flyer, Larry. What does it say? Well, let's have a look, shall we? Let's do one now. Okay. No more up the arse for us. Number 1. Why not just jack each other off? All right. Oh. Number 2. Always starts the same. Why not? Right. Number 2. Why not just come on his back? It's the casual nature of it. Like it's a recipe. Why not just throw in an onion? Imagine going to the doctor. Hi, doctor, I'm a gay man. I'm in a relationship, but I'm worried about the threat of HIV. Is there anything I can do? Just come on his back. Number 3. Number 3. Oh, so I used to read this out to everyone I met, and they'd be laughing at number 1 and 2. I'll get number 3, I'd go, hey. Number 3. Why not just come in his hair? Not the hair. Not the hair. On the back, sure. On the back, go on. On the back, go on the back. Where are you fucking aiming that? No. Not on the hair, no, there. There. I don't trust you, I'm putting on a shower cap. Not the hair. Number 4. Oh, okay. I have not before or since heard such great use of the term e.g. as in this next sentence. Number 4. Why not try? So that people can think this is a bit difficult. Like, just please have a go. Okay. This isn't brain surgery, this next one, but they put in try. Okay. Why not? Why not try coming into some fruit? E.g. watermelon. Like, they put that out without that bit. People were going, well, what fruit? Oh, not a pineapple. Fucking hell. Oh, what fruit? Just need to be specific. We thought arses were all right. They're not. What fruit? Watermelon. Thank you. And on and on. Okay. I want to just skip ahead to number 10, okay? Because this may be the greatest sentence ever written. I'm including Shakespeare in this. Dickens. The Office. Number... Thank you. Are you ready for this? Number 10, okay? Now, I think the bloke writing these was struggling by now. I think he'd gone into his boss and said, I've done it, I've come up with 9. The boss went, oh, we need 10. Really? Yeah, we need 10. I've got 9. We need 10, really. I'm coming in hair and fruit and everything. I mean, we need 10, we need 2 rows of 5. We need 2 rows of 5, definitely. It's the symmetry I like. Just come up with another one. You've got half an hour. We go to print. You've got... So he went back in and he came up with number 10 at 1 minute to 6, I think. Okay. Number 10. Still with a why not. Okay. Number 10. Absolutely real. Ready? Why not both come out of a window? It doesn't even say if it's a first floor window. Morning. No, this is number 17. Number 19's down. Thank you. Morning. That's why it's my favourite leaflet of all time. Thank you. Fun and educational. I am trying to educate myself more. I've reached that age where I need knowledge. I feel guilty about not knowing enough. You know, I had a good education, but I didn't make the most of it, I think. And I've even stopped watching trash TV. Now, when I'm at home, I watch hours and hours of Discovery Channel and History Channel. Hours, Discovery Channel, History Channel. Ask me anything about sharks and Nazis. Round of applause there for... They're not as bad as a lot of people make out. Sharks, I mean. Nazis, awful. Right? Sharks, brilliant. Amazing creature, okay? It can hone in on a floundering fish, right? To the vibrations that it picks up through electrical impulses, through sensors in its flank. It doesn't need its eyes, but contrary to popular belief, their eyes are very good, okay? But it can smell and taste the slightest human secretion of blood and sweat, 1 part in a billion from a mile away. A shark would have found Anne Frank like that. Nazis, rubbish. I've been to her house. It's tiny. Every day they went in. Okay, let's move on. Sarge, can we look upstairs today? No, there's no one down here. Move on. Sarge, what's that tapping? She had time to write a book, for Christ's sake. Well, it ends a bit abruptly and no sequel. Lazy. No, but... Not a traditional subject for comedy, the old Holocaust. But I will say something about the Holocaust, and I'm sticking my neck out here, but in my opinion, I blame Adolf Hitler. He was the ringleader. Old Adolf. That name's died out, hasn't it? He killed that dead, didn't he? No one's calling their kid Adolf nowadays. No little Adolfs going to school. Loads of Brads and Angelinas, but no... Look, you don't hear the teacher doing the register. Brad here, Angelina here, Adolf here. I do that quick so no one can take a picture of me doing that. No, but people make excuses for him. People say, oh, he was stupid, he was easily led, he didn't mean that. What do you mean he didn't mean that? They say, oh no, he was influenced by the political philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, right? Because Nietzsche wrote this paper talking about a Superman. He said, not all men are born equal. And Hitler misinterpreted this and went way too far with it. And think of that. You're a great scholar, you've done this work, and you get a call from the Führer. And the Führer goes, all right, Nietzsche. He goes, yeah, good, what do you want? He goes, just read your book. What do you think? Love it. Love all that, man and Superman, not everyone's equal, kill all the Jews. Sorry? Not everyone's equal, so kill all the Jews. I didn't write that. I read between the lines. I didn't mean that. That's terrible. You haven't been killing... You haven't been killing Jewish people, have you? What? Have you been killing Jewish people? Yeah. Yeah. A few. How many?
6 million.
6 million? That's all. I won't do any more. Leave it at 6. That's terrible. I won't do any more. Stay for dinner? Well, I will, but be careful in future. I will. Are you writing any other books? Well, I am, but I'm scared to tell you about it. I won't do anything. What's your new book called? My new book is called The Gypsies. Do we need them? Cheers. No, don't applaud that. We shouldn't talk about such things. It's not like we're in peace times now, is it? There's a little thing going on in a country called Iraq, which is not my favourite war. My favourite war is... so many. They're good for different reasons. Falklands. That's probably the Falklands, because we won that one. And it was great. It was against Argentina. Yeah, weird. We're going to war with Argentina. All right, okay, fair enough. Yeah. But the reason it's my favourite war is that it was a range war. And what that means is the Argentine guns could fire 9 kilometres. The British guns could fire 17 kilometres. So we just parked our ships 10 kilometres away, and theirs were falling into the sea, and we were shelling the shit out of them. It's the war equivalent of holding a midget at arm's length. And he's flailing, and you're just kicking him in the bollocks like that. Vietnam, best soundtrack. Second World War, best ending. That had to be the end. That was a great finale. You couldn't follow that, could you? People are worried about that. They go, oh, atomic energy. Oh, it's bad. The effects are still being felt today. But, oh, it ended a war. And that's good. And it was discovered by Einstein. And he's a genius. And in his 1903 paper, he said that light could be described as discrete bundles of energies that when irradiated onto an unstable... What maniac thinks like that? Really? I'm not a doctor, but I think that's what turned Stephen Hawking's mad, too much thinking. Do you know what I mean? The universe is expanding. Of course it is, Stephen. Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Jeez. Take a day off, go for a walk. Not a walk, but I mean, just... No. Open a window, watch a bit of TV. Robot Wars is on. You love that, don't you? Greatest mind on the planet. People say, oh, we shouldn't have a go at Stephen Hawking. Oh, he's a genius. He's not a genius, he's pretentious. Born in Oxford and talks with that fake American accent. He is actually a hero of mine. Not my greatest hero. My greatest hero is Nelson Mandela. What a man, isn't he? He's an incredible man. Incarcerated for 25 years. He was released in 1990. He's been out about 18 years now, and he hasn't reoffended. I think he's going straight, which shows you prison does work. I learnt a lot last year about one of your great American heroes, Rosa Parks. It was the 200-year celebration of the abolition of slavery in Britain last year. We were a bit ahead of you on that. But well done. Well done. But the abolition of slavery wasn't the end of racism. Racism was still inherent in society as late as the 50s and 60s in England and America. And it was this one incident that sparked off the civil rights movement. A young black woman called Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white person on a bus. It was the law, but she'd had enough. And she was arrested for that. But then that law was changed. But she didn't stop there. She started sitting in those seats meant for disabled people. She talked to the driver when the bus was in motion. Did she have the correct change ready? Did she, bollocks? Oh, some people. Cheers. I'm not a political comedian. I used to be quite political. Growing up, that 15, 16-year-old becoming aware, and, well, you did it to annoy your parents, obviously, but I think we're inundated with politics from an early age. I think everything is charged with politics and morality and the way to live. It's in everything, fables, nursery rhymes, little sayings. I remember, I must have been as young as 6, when we used to have an assembly at school, an infant school. We'd all come in every Monday and sit down on the floor, cross-legged, and our deputy headmaster used to come and tell us a story. And it always had a moral that we were meant to think about, and this would make us into leaders of men, character building. And he used to take ages over it. And he loved it. It was his best day, you know. And I remember he told us about the 2 mice. The lazy mouse and the industrious mouse. And it was summer. And these 2 little mice were out in the woods. The sun was out. The streams were babbling. There was flowers, there were berries. There were nuts, and Lazy Mouse, he'd just be running around in the sun, having a bite from a berry, throwing the rest away. There was loads, it was never going to run out. Industrious Mouse, he'd have a berry, sure, but he'd eat it all, and he'd put one away for a colder season. He knew. Lazy Mouse, he'd be fucking running about, sunbathing, eating, chewing, throwing the rest away. Industrious Mouse went, oh, be careful, Lazy Mouse, because come winter, oh, fuck off, you square. The fall comes, same sort of pattern. The last of the berries, he's chewing there, throwing the rest away. He's just like chilling out. He's kicking through the leaves. You can't see him. If you saw the leaves moving, he'd be under the leaves, basically. You'd go, what's that? It's Lazy Mouse underneath the... If you could go under there, like the Discovery Channel, you'd see Lazy Mouse going, fuck it. Industrious Mouse, he'd be freeze-drying loads of berries, he'd be chopping wood, and he made an axe to chop the wood out of a little twig and a sliver of flint, which he tied on with a horsehair, thus enabling him to chop and stockpile fuel. So, winter comes, different pattern. The ground's hard. There's nothing. There's no fruit. There's no berries. There's no nuts. There's nothing at all on the trees. And he can't find anything. And he's starving. And he's freezing. And he's losing his body weight. And of course, Industrious Mouse, now he's in his cottage that he built. Somehow. Roaring log fire. Just sitting there, rocking. On a pebble. Knock at the door. Who's that? Obvious, isn't it? So he goes over to the door. He opens the door. It's Lazy Mouse. And he goes, what do you want? He goes, I'm cold and I'm hungry. I can't find any food and I think I'm going to die. And he goes, well, I did warn you, didn't I? He goes, yeah. He goes, never mind. Come in here and share with me. Where's the moral there? Fuck around, do what you want, and then scrounge off a do-gooder. That's a terrible moral for children, isn't it? Awful. He told us the one about the boy who cried wolf. Have you heard that? Well, I'm going to tell you again. Boy, in the Bible, I don't know, I haven't got a specific year, have I? Right? Boy, looking after the sheep for the villagers, that's his job. Look after those sheep, boy. You go, all right, yeah. But he gets a bit bored. Probably gets a bit sleepy if he's counting them. Right? And he thinks, oh, I'll have a laugh here. He goes, wolf, wolf. And the villagers come up and they go, where's the wolf? He goes, there's no wolf. They go, oh, you go. So next day, he gets bored again. He thinks, that worked a treat. He's got very little imagination. He goes, I'll do that again. Okay? So he goes, wolf, wolf. Where's the wolf? There's no wolf. Oh, you can't. So the next day, He's sitting there. There really is a wolf. And the wolf comes up and he goes, wolf, 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 wolf. But the villagers don't come. And the wolf eats all the sheep. And we were told the moral of that is never tell a lie. No, it isn't. The moral of that is never tell the same lie twice. Again, a terrible moral for children. Nursery rhymes. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, which I later learned meant his cranium. I thought his hat fell off. And Jill came tumbling after. And that's a true fable of 16th century lovers who used to go up to the well behind the prying eyes of the villagers and their spouses and have it away. And what's the moral there, though? Don't fuck around with sluts or you get your head caved in. How is that applicable to 5-year-olds? I have never worked out the moral to Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. All I can think is, don't sit on a wall if you're an egg. But again, how is that applicable to a 5-year-old human? I mean, you tell that to a group of 5, oh, so don't sit on a wall if you're an egg. Oh, what do you mean if I'm an egg? I'm not an egg. It doesn't make sense. If I'm none of us are eggs. If there was an egg there, it wouldn't make sense. Because you go to the egg, don't sit on a wall. You go, I'm an egg, I can't eat, I've got nothing. I've got no ears, no eyes, I don't know what the fuck. What? Don't sit on a wall, I can't fucking hear, I've got nothing. I'm in nothingness. I can't fucking climb walls for a start, so... Don't send horses to perform medical procedures. Of course they couldn't put him together again. They've got no dexterity whatsoever. They can't sew to save their lives. They've got no thumbs, let alone opposable thumbs. Don't send a horse. It's delicate. An egg? We've got a cracked egg. Should we send a horse? Definitely not. Have you got a doctor or someone who works for Fabergé? Don't. We've got like a half-a-ton creature with no fingers. Don't send that. Got a four-legged thing with like that. No chance. They couldn't put on gloves. They couldn't scrub up. They can't. Imagine, there's an egg, delicate egg. Horse comes over, fucked. He couldn't. They wouldn't even think of fucked. That's it. They wouldn't even see it. They go over there. What? Fucked. That's it. Wouldn't even. You couldn't explain it to it. Don't send. It's ridiculous. If I had to design the perfect egg-crushing device, it would be a hoof. I need this, as a cracked egg, I need it crushing completely. Hoof. The hoof's great. Don't send a horse. Doesn't matter whether they're the king's horses or not. Certainly don't send all of them. That's gonna be chaos. If there was one horse with a little bit of nous, he did like 1 year before he got kicked out of Harvard. I'd know the rudimentaries. They're all fuck it. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, lads, don't. Oh, they're fucking all over it. Fucked. It's definitely fucked now. What if we'd have invaded by France that day? And bloke comes running up the hill and goes, are you in charge of all the king's horses? All the king's men? Yep. French are coming. What? The French are coming. Where are all the king's horses? I sent them to mend an egg. You dopey cunt. What do you mean you sent them to mend a fucking egg? Oh. If your surname is Dumpty, don't call your firstborn Humpty. What sort of a stigma is that? For a kid that's already an egg. He'd have the piss ripped out of him. I bet he jumped off the wall. But I don't think you learn things from that. I don't think you learn things like that sneaky way through things like that, teachers and parents. I think your formative years are your peers. That's what you want to be like when you're in adolescence. You want to be like, you know, the cool boy or the older boy. And luckily I went to a school where all the other boys were idiots. And one in particular was amazing. He was called David Beasley, and I don't know the politically correct term, but he was a fucking moron. I actually based Gareth from The Office on him, and that's true. So you can imagine, yeah, exactly, he's very much like that. Thank you. And we were about 14, okay? And this is the sort of thing he used to come up with. He used to believe anything that was idiotic, okay? With confidence, apocryphal tales, just things he'd heard. Right, okay, so he came in once, we were about 14, and he said, right, it's amazing, right? When you get captured by cannibals, big problem in Reading, where I come from. He said, when you get captured by cannibals, they show you pornographic pictures so you get an erection and there's more meat to go round. That would work, wouldn't it? There they are, cooking you in the pot. You're boiling, screaming, going, please don't kill me. They go, look at that, you go. When he was about 15, 16, he went on holiday with his parents and he put a crab in a pint of beer because I told him, as a joke, that when a crab is drunk, it can walk forwards. The crab, of course, drowned, right? And he came back off holiday and went, you're talking shit, Gervais. Unbelievable. This is what he confessed to us once. I remember we were in biology class, and it was before the lesson, and he came in, and he went, oh, I've got to tell you this, right? He didn't. When you hear the story, you realise he didn't have to tell us this. He said, I was masturbating last night. Go on. He said, I was up in my room, and he said, I was naked, with my eyes shut, with headphones on, listening to music, as you do. Sting. No. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that. I've never masturbated to Sting in my life. Let's nip that one in the bud. So he's there, naked, eyes shut, listening to music. He said, I finished, he said, and when I opened my eyes, my mum had been in and left me some tea and biscuits. Now, he didn't have to tell us that, did he? Why would he tell me that? But let's think of that scenario. Let's think of the mother. So the mother goes up the stairs with a tray, because he loves his tea and biscuits. David. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, dear. There's my firstborn. Whacking away like a little monkey. Well, I could just leave and he'd never know I was here. Or I could put these by his bed and he'd know his mum saw him coming all over himself. Think of that, your mother walking in on you masturbating. The other way round's worse. Mum, shut the door. Mum, give me my CD back, it's Sting. Oh. He told us a very funny story that didn't involve him, actually. It was true, because it made the local paper. It was about this guy. We were about 14, 15, so this was like amazing news to us. And this other guy was an older boy, I think he was like 17. And it was a bit of a scandal, because he got prosecuted for lewd behaviour. And what this bloke did, he went down to the public toilets and he found one of those dodgy toilets and he sat there, you know, the hole in the cubicle, right? The glory hole, they're called. I don't know who invented them. I don't know who thought, hold on, I love cocks, I hate faces, I'm going to pop a little hole just there, wait long enough, a cock will come through, and it did! How do these things get around? Who invents them? Who does that and then thinks that'll take off? And then, did someone just go in instantly one day just for having a piss and then, oh, there's a little hole there. It's probably my cock, isn't it? Yes, it is. So he went down to this public toilet, okay, sat there for hours, okay, waited by the hole, people in and out. Eventually someone comes in, rustles around, a cock comes through, ooh. He sucked him off. What do you think he was going to do? He's only there for one thing. Oh, play a little tune on it. No, he's going to put a bolt through it and leave. A hat pin, now you're fucked. Right. So he sucked him off, and when they went outside, it was his dad. I've had that in my head for 30 years, now you live with it. Oh. All the toothpaste in the world. Take the teeth out, dentist. Take the gums out as well. Which one of them blabbed that around town then? That bloke went, hi honey, I'm home. Good day, dear. Yeah, I saw Toby. How was he? He was all right. I will tell you one story before I go. It is toilet related. Yeah. When I first moved in with my girlfriend 20 odd years ago, our first apartment together was a horrible little place in the worst area in London called King's Cross. Oh, horrible. It was a red light district and it was a seedy place, but it's all we could afford, and it was one room, okay? But it had like a little kitchenette area. So for our own sort of sanity, we moved the little single bed into the kitchen bit, so it was like a one-bedroom apartment. So anyway, so at night, we're in a room this big, okay? The bed literally just fit in. I had to push it down the wall to get it in, and it came over the doorway about 6 inches. And in bed, I could open the fridge door. The fridge was there, the cooker was there, and the sink was there. There was no toilet. The toilet was a shared toilet with all the other apartments in the block, and it was 2 floors down. So what wins in the middle of the night when I need a wee? Putting on trousers and going outside, or just pop into the sink. That one. And I remember Jane, 20 odd years ago, in a sleepy state, saying, oh, at least take the dishes out first. I didn't. I used to get hold of the bottom plate, lift them all up and wee straight down the plug hole. Thank you very much. You've been fantastic. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. You don't get encores in other professions, do you? If you're a builder, you do a great job, and you go, cheers. You go, come back. What? Come back. All right. It's a good job I left a bit. I was talking earlier about trying to educate myself, and that is true. And I think, you know, the internet is probably the greatest resource of information the world has ever seen. It's amazing. And online encyclopedias that you can go into and change. You can't do that in a library, can you, really? You can't just get down an encyclopedia and go, what are you doing, mate? Just changing a bit. Fuck off. There's loads of websites just clogging up the internet by people, they're doing websites about themselves. It's like, my name is Rupert, this is my cat, I like The Cure. Who gives a fuck? And the trivia sites, where people just load up things they've learned. And I just think, what, do they wake up in a cold sweat and go, I've got to tell the world this. The peanut is not a nut, it's a legume. But my favourite are the animal facts. The animal facts are just, I think, incredible. This is from a website called Deb and Jen's World of Knowledge, okay? And I want you to think about the people who put this up, okay? They're not just the fact, but who did it and why they did it. What were they thinking? Okay. Number one, you can lead a cow upstairs, but not down. Thanks very much. I looked into that, it's true. A cow will go upstairs, but they won't go downstairs because the way their joints don't oppose. But I think of the poor bastard who found that out the hard way. Come on, Daisy, down you go. I don't go downstairs. Come on. No, I don't go downstairs, I'm away with joint. I don't care about your joints. My wife's coming home from work in 5 fucking minutes. Get down the stairs. You thought, yeah, I've got to tell other people about this. Number two, stroking a spider can cause it to go bald. Thanks. One, what sort of maniac goes around stroking spiders? Dracula's assistant, I don't know. Two, is that a problem in the arachnid world? Premature balding? Do they worry about that much? I thought they'd be loving it, wouldn't they? Being a skinhead, they're so fucking hard. Yeah. Got all the legs, all the eyes and the teeth. Fuck it, I'm bald, who cares? Yeah. Adds to it, I like it more. Yeah. But no, apparently it's a big problem. You stroke a little spider, he goes, oh, fucking hell. He runs back to the web, and all the other spiders go, what are you wearing a baseball cap for? Fashion. Bit weird. Nah, it's just fashion. We'll take it off in the web. Nah, I'll just keep it on. Bit cold. Cold? We're in a cupboard under the sink. It's boiling. Take it off. No, take it off. Oh. Have you been letting a human stroke you? Leave this fucking web. Number three. Polar bears will sometimes cover their black nose during a hunt to camouflage themselves more completely. It's a good idea, isn't it? Because apart from the old nose, are perfectly camouflaged. They're white, the snow's white. So they're sneaking up on a little Arctic hare. And they get there, and the Arctic hare, he turns round, the polar bear goes... But how did they find that out? Because that's behavioural. All the polar bears sitting around one night going, I'm starving. Every time I sneak up on a little hare, he looks round and then he hops off. It's like he can see me. I can't work it out. Little voice, little hare goes, I can tell you. Can you see us? Well, I can see where you are and how many there are of you. Really? How? You'll kick yourself. Now, go on. Tell us. Your nose is black. The nose, it's black. Oh. Cheers. Can you see us now? No? Ow. Thank you. My favourite fact. Okay. Number 4. Montana mountain goats will sometimes butt heads so hard that their hooves fall off. Can that be true? That's amazing. So there's 2 there. They're looking at a female goat. One goes, I like her. And the other goes, yeah, I'm probably going to mate with her. Well, no, I saw her first. That's not how it works. How does it work? We have to run at each other really hard and crack heads. Is that safe? Oh, yeah. Okay, go. Oh! Ow! Ow! Oh! Look! Yeah. Yours all right? Yeah. I grip on impact. Did you know about this? Why didn't you tell me? Mortal enemies? Never mind that, my fucking feet have fallen off. One more amazing fact. Elephants have been caught swimming up to 2 miles off the coast in the Indian Ocean. That's amazing. I didn't know they liked to swim. I certainly didn't think they could swim 2 miles out to sea. But it's the language this person uses. Have been caught swimming. Like it's illegal. Says the Coast Guard. Morning. 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 Phone rings. Ring, ring. Hello. They're doing what? No, I'll be there. That's me in a little boat. I'm not jacking a bloke off behind me. I'm just... No. What are you doing? Nothing. It's not nothing, is it? What's that? Beach ball? Tell me what you're doing. Don't look at him. What are you doing? Swimming. Yeah, you are. Do you know how far off coast you are? 2 miles. Is it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know you're not meant to do this, don't you? Don't cry. But if you know you're not meant to do it, I've told you loads of times, why are you doing it again? I forgot. Get in the fucking boat. Thanks very much. Good night. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers.
this is all right. Right. Did anyone have a pedo teacher when they were at school? Yes, yeah. Round of applause for pedo teachers, yeah. Here now, unbelievable. That's another thing. I think where people are now to be so politically correct, they're trying to out-woke each other. Soon someone's going to say, you can't say pedo anymore. It's a derogatory term. It offends people who are child addicted, right? So you're going to have people going to the doctor going, Doctor, I think I'm child addicted, right? And doctor go, oh, you poor thing. How do you feel? I feel like I want to fiddle with kids. That is one of the symptoms. Don't worry, sit down. We'll get you into a facility at taxpayers' expense, right? We'll wean you off children. How does that work, doctor? Well, you know, like when they give heroin addicts methadone, yeah? Well, we're going to start you on dwarves, right? It might work. It might work. How does that work, Doc? Well, let me think. I haven't thought it through. Right, OK. So, what you do is you come into... We've hired loads of dwarves, right? And we're not open during the panto season. We can't get the staff, right? So you come in February to November, right? And we've hired loads of dwarves, right? And we've dressed them up as school children, right? And they just round the campus, right? Run around like they're free-range dwarves. They're little free-range dwarves, right? And they look like they're 6 years old, right? But they're not. They're above legal age, so you're not breaking the law. And they've been paid, so it's consensual. And you just go and you fancy, pull down his little trousers, fiddle his... Hey, doctor, I was a paedo. I didn't say I was gay, right? Do you think there's, like, homophobia in the sort of paedophile community? Like, one paedophile, he's all smug, he's heterosexual. He's abducting a little girl, right? He's taking a little girl into the forest, and he looks over and he sees another paedo boy, and he goes, you fucking bender. Hello and welcome to the 67th Annual Golden Globe Awards, live from Los Angeles. I'm Ricky Gervais. Thank you. You probably know me as the creator of The Office. No, you don't, do you? You think Steve Carell did it all? Oh, he's brilliant, isn't he, Steve Carell? He's amazing as the bumbling office manager. Where does he get his ideas from? Let's pay him hundreds of millions of dollars and put him in every movie. If you can't be bothered to go to the cinema to see Steve in action, then just watch him every Thursday here on NBC. Or if you think that particular version of the show has jumped the shark a little bit, this is what some of the forums are saying, then watch the original, Fridays, on Adult Swim. Or get the box. That's still available. So, just 12 episodes in a special. Quality, not quantity. That's what counts. So go and get that. I will be making the most of this opportunity. I'm not used to these sort of viewing figures. Let's face it, nor's NBC. So, on a serious, just looking at all the faces here reminds me of some of the great work that's been done this year. You all look great. I've had a little bit of work done. I've had cheek implants. They put them there, which is annoying. And I've had a penis reduction. Just got the one now. That's enough. And it is very tiny. But so are my hands, so when I'm holding it, it looks pretty big. And let's face it, I usually am holding. I wish I was doing that now instead of this, to be honest. But it is an honour to be here in a room full of what I consider to be the most important people on the planet. Actors. They're just better than ordinary people, aren't they? We all know that. Imagine a world without actors. Oh, God, think about it. Imagine if they ever went on strike. Oh, what would we do? You couldn't replace them. You couldn't replace them with any other profession, lawyers or doctors. Can you imagine a real surgeon doing what Hugh Laurie does in-house? It would be pathetic.
He'd be all over the place. We're going, oh, where do I stand? How's my American? What's my lines? You know, Hugh, with the aid of coaches, can eventually learn his lines while saving lives. He's a genius. How could you replace Kiefer Sutherland in 20... I'd love to see a real anti-terrorist agent try and defuse a bomb in a busy train station in 1 hour. Some of those scenes, by the way, where Kiefer grabs someone and beats them to a pulp, they weren't even in the script. The director just said, keep rolling, we'll work it into them. But actors aren't just loved here in Hollywood, they are loved the world over because they're recognisable. You can be anywhere. You could be in the third world, okay, and you get a glimpse of a Hollywood star and it makes you feel better, okay? You could be a little child, a little Asian child with no possessions and no money, but you see a picture of Angelina Jolie and you think, oh, Mummy. Oh. Thank you. Let's get on with it before NBC replace me with Jay Leno. Please welcome one of the stars of 9, Nicole Kidman. Well, it's going well, isn't it? We've seen some worthy winners and some not so worthy ones. No, I'm not going to mention them now, am I? I'll be doing that on my blog at rickygervais.com. I've had thousands of emails over the past few days saying, why, oh why, was The Invention of Lying not nominated? I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe the DVD will win an award. That's out Tuesday at Walmart. So go and buy that. One thing that can't be bought is a Golden Globe. Officially. I'm not going to do this again anyway. But if you were to buy one, the man to see would be Philip Burke. To introduce him, although I already have, this seems rather pointless, but she's here now. Ladies and gentlemen, from Desperate Housewives, Felicity Huffman. The serious bit now. The Golden Globes is shown all over the world. It is oblivious to colour or creed. It doesn't just celebrate talent, it celebrates difference. It crushes prejudice and stereotype. One stereotype I hate is that all Irishmen are just drunk, sweary hellraisers. Please welcome Colin Farrell. This next category is a bit of a downer, to be honest. It's for writing. We all know writers get way too much credit in Hollywood, and that's due to the sort of actors sometimes mentioning them. Do you know what I mean? But I don't want to keep going on about actors. They're the most important ones, okay? It's not the words you say, it's how good you're saying them. That everyone knows that. And the great thing about actors is they want to keep moving forward. They're chameleons, ever-changing and leaving the past behind. Please welcome Rachel off Friends and that bloke from 300. Hello. Calm down, calm down. We're on the home straight. The next presenter is an award-winning actress with special powers. In Die Another Day, she used her powers of seduction to win over James Bond. In X-Men, she used her powers to control the elements. In Catwoman, she used the power of being able to wash herself all over. And she's the paw for behind the ear. It's brilliant. Please welcome very clean Harry. How you doing, all right? Cheers. I've had a couple. I'm not going to lie to you. Now listen up. I didn't mean... It's not my fault. It's a lot of powerful people here, so if I said it's... I like a drink much the next man. Unless the next man is Mel Gibson. The next presenter is not only one of Hollywood's best actors, he's also one of the coolest men in the world. I haven't got a bad word to say about him, mostly because he's got arms as big as my legs. Please welcome the amazing Mickey Rourke. Well, that's it. We've got about 8 seconds, so thank you so much. Well done to all the winners. And if I could have one wish, it would be peace on earth. No, can I change that? I want everyone to watch The Ricky Gervais Show on HBO that starts the 19th of February. Good night. Thank you. Hello. And hello. Welcome to the 68th Annual Golden Globe Awards, live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Los Angeles. It's going to be a night of partying and heavy drinking. Or as Charlie Sheen calls it, first. Wow. Whoa. So, let's get this straight. What he did was, he picked up a porn star, paid her to have dinner with him, introduced her to his ex-wife, as you do, went to a hotel, got drunk, got naked, trashed the place while she was locked in a cupboard. And that was a Monday. What did he do New Year's Eve? Anyway, welcome. The Golden Globes is a celebration of the best in TV and movies over the last year, voted for by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. It was a big year for 3D movies, Toy Story, Despicable Me, Tron. Seems like everything this year was three-dimensional. Except the characters in The Tourist. I feel bad about that joke. No, I'll tell you why. I'm jumping on the bandwagon, because I haven't even seen The Tourist. Who has? But no, must be good, because it's nominated. So shut up, okay? I'd like to quash this ridiculous rumour going around that the only reason The Tourist was nominated was so the Hollywood Foreign Press could hang out with Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie. That is rubbish. That is not the only reason. They also accepted bribes. Let's... No. All that happened was some of them were taken to see Cher in concert. How the hell is that a bribe? Really? Do you want to go and see Cher? No. Why not? Because it's not 1975. There were a lot of big films that didn't get nominated this year. Nothing for Sex and the City 2. No, I wish the Golden Globe for special effects would go to the team that airbrushed that poster. Well... Great. Girls, we know how old you are. I saw one of you in an episode of Bonanza. Also not nominated, I Love You, Philip Morris, Jim Carrey and Ewan McGregor, two heterosexual actors pretending to be gay. So the complete opposite of some famous Scientologists, then. What? Probably. My lawyers helped me with the wording of that joke. They're not here. Okay. There's been great new TV drama this year, like Boardwalk Empire and The Walking Dead, so, yeah. Talking of The Walking Dead, congratulations to Hugh Hefner, who's getting married at the age of 84 to 24-year-old beauty Crystal Harris. When she was asked why she was marrying him, she said because he lied about his age. He told me he was 94. Oh, come on. Don't worry. Oh, and just don't look at it when you touch it. That's... warned them. One of the biggest events in TV this year was the finale of Lost, one of my favourites, and all the questions were answered, yeah. I have to say, though, it was quite a complicated finale. I totally understood it all, but from what I can make out, I'm pretty sure the fat one ate them all. I think... Should we get on with it? Our first presenter is beautiful, talented, and Jewish, apparently. Mel Gibson told me that. He's obsessed. Please welcome Scarlett Johansson. Like Pac-Man. Okay. You know our next presenter from such films as Hudson Hawk, Look Who's Talking, Mercury Rising, Colour of Night, Fifth Element, Heart's War. Please welcome Ashton Kutcher's dad, Bruce Willis. Next up, Eva Longoria has the daunting task of introducing the president of the Hollywood Foreign Press. That's nothing. I just had to help him off the toilet and pop his teeth in. It was messy. Please welcome Eva Longoria. That's my favourite film of the year. The creator of Facebook, of course, Mark Zuckerberg, is reportedly worth $7 billion. Heather Mills calls him the one that got away. The next two presenters are funny, charming, and down to earth. He's Alec from The Rock, she's just Jenny from The Block. If the block in question is that one on Rodeo Drive between Cartier and Prada. Please welcome Alec Baldwin and Jennifer Lopez. All right? I love this next presenter. He's so cool. He's the star of Iron Man, Two Girls and a Guy, Wonder Boys. Sorry, these porn films. What? Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Bowfinger. Really? Yeah. Up the Academy. Come on. He has done all those films, but many of you in this room probably know him best from such facilities as the Betty Ford Clinic and Los Angeles County Jail. Please welcome Robert Downey Jr. Our next presenters are two of the funniest people in America. She stole the show on Saturday Night Live, then went on to create, write and star in her own show, 30 Rock. He was a jobbing actor, career not going that well if I'm being totally honest, who got his big break when I cast him in a remake of a show that I created called The Office. He's now leaving that show and killing a cash cow for both of us. Please welcome the wonderful Tina Fey and the ungrateful Steve Carell! Welcome back. Now, our next presenters are young and thin, with hair and teeth. They're lovely to look at, which is just as well because they're presenting the award for Best Foreign Language Film, a category that no one in America cares about. Please welcome Olivia Wilde and Robert Pattinson. Okay, what can I say about our next two presenters? The first is an actor, producer, writer and director whose movies have grossed over $3.5 billion at the box office. He's won 2 Academy Awards and 3 Golden Globes for his powerful and varied performances, starring in such films as Philadelphia, Forrest Gump, Castaway, Apollo 13, and Saving Private Ryan. The other is Tim Allen. Hello and welcome back. The next presenter is a national treasure, Miss Congeniality herself. This down-to-earth girl next door first stole our hearts as a bus driver and then as a railway fare collector. Now, of course, she wouldn't be seen dead on public transport, because as she just said to me backstage, poor people are gross and they smell bad. Please welcome Sandra Bullock. Thank you very much. That's about it. Well done. Justice there. Thanks to everyone in the room for being good sports. Thanks to NBC. Thanks to the Hollywood Foreign Press. Thank you for watching it, and thank you to God. Shush. Shut up. You disgusting, pill-popping, sexual deviant scum. I want to do this monologue and then go into hiding, okay? Not even Sean Penn will find me. Snitch. Hello and welcome to the 73rd Annual Golden Globe Awards, live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel, with all these rich, beautiful celebrities having the time of their lives. Let's hope no one spoils that. Yeah. Relax, I'm going to try and be nice. You're global megastars with amazing talent, most of you. A few of you just married well. You know who you are. We all do. We all do. We're live on NBC, and it's right that NBC hosts this award show because they're the only network who are truly fair and impartial. And that's because they're the only network with 0 nominations. So, nothing in it for them tonight. They don't care who... They don't care, obviously. But as I say, I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but... You can't have everything, can you? Not at the same time. Anyway, so I am going to be nice tonight, and I'll tell you why. The president of the Hollywood Foreign Press just told me that if I say anything offensive or crass or resort to innuendo, he is going to come out here and personally pull me off. So that's an offer I couldn't refuse. Yes, that is the level. An old man pulling me off. Again. At least Jeffrey Tambor did it in a dress. What a year he's had. Oh, what an actor, what a role. No, it's... Every day he has to put on all the women's clothes and the hair and makeup and let people film it. That takes balls. So, I don't know how he does it. I really don't. I've seen his balls. They're huge and long. I don't know if he tucks them in the bra or does that thing when you push them out the back and let them hang out like a bulldog. No one knows. I love Jeffrey Tambor. I don't know if that's because he's such a great actor or because he reminds me of my nan. One Hollywood publication said that me hosting would mean that some film stars would stay away for fear of being made fun of. As if film stars would stay away from the chance of winning a Golden Globe. Particularly if their film company has already paid for it. So what's happened this last year in this crazy business we called show? The excellent Spotlight has been nominated. Yeah. The Catholic Church are furious about the film as it exposes the fact that 5% of all their priests have repeatedly molested children and been allowed to continue to work without punishment. Roman Polanski called it the best date movie ever. Jennifer Lawrence made the news when she demanded equal pay for women in Hollywood, and she received, overwhelming support from people everywhere. There were marches on the street with nurses and factory workers saying, how the hell can a 25-year-old live on 52 million? This is... There were plumbers around the world going, poor girl in town, what lucky now? So, but joking aside, of course women should be paid the same as men for doing the same job. And I'd like to say now that I'm getting paid exactly the same as Tina and Amy did last year for hosting it. No, I know there was 2 of them, but it's not my fault if they want to share the money, is it? That's their stupid fault. It's funny because it's true. The Hollywood Foreign Press deemed The Martian a comedy and even nominated it. And hence, Matt Damon is here tonight, so that worked a treat, didn't it? To be fair, The Martian was a lot funnier than Pixels. But then again, so was Schindler's List. It's just a film. All female remakes are the big thing. There's a female remake of Ghostbusters. There's going to be a female remake of Ocean's 11. And this is brilliant for the studios because they get guaranteed box office results and they don't have to spend too much money on the cast. So... Shut up, I don't care. Listen, if you do win tonight, remember that no one cares about that award as much as you do, okay? Don't get emotional, it's embarrassing, okay? That award is, no offence, worthless. It's a bit of metal that some nice old confused journalists wanted to give you in person so they could meet you and have a selfie with you, okay? That's all it is. I've got 3 Golden Globes myself, so I can say, one's a doorstop, one I used to hit burglars with, and one I keep by the bed to... Doesn't matter why, it's mine. It's mine. It's mine. I won it fair and square. It's just the right shape and size. It's nothing... Yeah, so to be clear, that was a joke about me shoving Golden Globes that I've won up my arse. And they asked me to host 4 times! Jesus. Let's do the show, shall we? On a serious note, the Golden Globes are about excellence. To win one, you have to do something amazing. Neither of our first 2 presenters have won a Golden Globe. I don't know what they're doing here, really, but I don't choose the guests. Please welcome the fantastic Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. Welcome back. The Golden Globes doesn't have an in memoriam section to get you all depressed. Instead, we let the president of the Hollywood Foreign Press say a few words. Please welcome Lorenzo Soria. Our next presenter is the star of the hilarious comedy The Martian. Oh, he nearly died. Right. He's also the only person who Ben Affleck hasn't been unfaithful to. Please welcome Matt Damon. Eva Longoria and America Ferrera aren't just beautiful, talented actresses. They're also 2 people who your future president, Donald Trump, can't wait to deport. Please welcome Eva Longoria and America Ferrera. Joy and Trainwreck. No, not the names of Charlie Sheen's 2 favourite hookers. The films of our next 2 presenters. They're best friends, by the way. They wanted me to tell you that. And if you forget, they said they'd tweet you and remind. Basically, they come round and shout it through. They're best friends. It's like they've never had a friend before. Please welcome Amy Schumer and Jennifer Lawrence. Oh. This show is way too long, isn't it? It's way too... This could be half an hour. This one was in the writer's strike when they just read the winners and just... OK. Let's get through it. Right. Unbelievable. Some people still think this award means something. The winners. Just listen to me. Listen. It doesn't just... Right. When Brad and Angelina see our next 2 adorable little presenters, they're going to want to adopt them. Please welcome Kevin Hart and Ken Jeong. Right, listen, this is... Shush. Shush, shut up, really, seriously. Right, a few years ago on this show, I made a joke about Mel Gibson getting a bit drunk and saying a few unsavoury things. We've all done it. I wasn't judging him, but now I find myself in the awkward position of having to introduce him again. Listen, I'm sure it's embarrassing for both of us, OK? And I blame NBC for this terrible situation. Mel blames... We know who Mel blames. Listen, I still feel a bit bad for it, right? Mel's forgotten all about it, apparently. That's what drinking does. No. I want to say something nice about Mel before he comes out. So... Oh, yeah, OK. Here you go. I'd rather have a drink with him in his hotel room tonight than with Bill Cosby. Please welcome Mel Gibson.
Yeah. I love seeing Ricky once every 3 years because it reminds me to get a colonoscopy. Yeah. Well, if you'd left your drink here, you don't need to leave your drink here. I'll put you to sleep another way, son of a bitch.
Listen.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I think we all want the answer to this.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, ask the guy that said it. It wasn't me.
Kill me. Right. Jeez, you know what I mean? No joke. This is what... Ridiculous. Right. Our next presenter is the most respected actor in the room. That isn't saying much. Please welcome Morgan Freeman. You filth. All of it. Oh, we're back. Oh. Welcome back to the Golden Globes. Our next presenter is an actress who is both beautiful and talented. Born in England, she came to America and has taken Hollywood by storm. The star of the nominated movie The Danish Girl, please... It's a dude. Eddie Redmayne. Hello and welcome to the 77th Annual Golden Globe Awards, live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel here in Los Angeles. I'm Ricky Gervais, thank you. You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting these awards, so I don't care anymore. I'm joking, I never did. NBC clearly don't care either, 5th time. So, I mean, Kevin Hart was fired from the Oscars because of some offensive tweets. Hello? Lucky for me, the Hollywood foreign press can barely speak English. and they've no idea what Twitter is. So I got offered this gig by fax. So let's go out with a bang. Let's have a laugh at your expense, shall we? Remember, they're just jokes. We're all going to die soon, and there's no sequel. So, yeah, remember that. But you all look lovely, all dolled up. You came here in your limos. I came here in a limo tonight, and the licence plate was made by Felicity Huffman. So, no, shush. It's her daughter I feel sorry for, okay? That must be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her. And her dad was in Wild Hogs. So, lots of big celebrities here tonight. I mean, legends, icons, yeah? Look, at this table alone, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. Baby Yoda. Oh, that's Joe Pesci, sorry. I love you, man, don't have me whacked. But tonight isn't just about the people in front of the camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world. People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Look, talking of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care. Many talented people of colour were snubbed in major categories. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood foreign press are all very, very racist. So, fifth time. So, we were going to do an in memoriam this year, but when I saw the list of people that had died, it wasn't diverse enough. It just, no. It was mostly white people, and I thought, nah, not on my watch. So, maybe next year. Let's see what happens. No one cares about movies anymore. No one goes to the cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone's watching Netflix. This show should just be me coming out going, well done, Netflix, you win everything. Good night. But no, we got to drag it out for 3 hours. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer, and it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you? Right. But seriously, most films are awful, lazy, remakes, sequels. I've heard a rumour that there might be a sequel to Sophie's Choice. I mean, that'd just be Meryl Streep going, well, it's got to be this one then. All the best actors have jumped to Netflix and HBO, you know. And the actors who just do Hollywood movies now do fantasy adventure nonsense. They wear masks and capes and really tight costumes. Their job isn't acting anymore. It's going to the gym twice a day and taking steroids, really. Have we got an award for most ripped junkie? No. No point. We know he'd win that. Martin Scorsese, the greatest living director, made the news for his controversial comments about the Marvel franchise. He said they're not real cinema and they remind him of theme parks. I agree. Although I don't know what he's doing hanging around theme parks. He's not big enough to go on the rides, is he? It's tiny. Right. The Irishman was amazing. It was amazing. It was. It was great. Long, but amazing. It wasn't the only epic movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long. Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So... even Prince Andrew's like, come on, Leo, mate, you know. You're nearly 50, son. The world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy.
He was also in the movie Cats, but no one saw that. And the reviews, oh, shocking. I saw one that said, this is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs, right? But Dame Judi Dench defended the film, saying it was the role she was born to play, because she... I can't do this next joke. Because she loves nothing better than plonking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg and licking her... Furball. She's old school. It's the last time, who cares? Oh. Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show. A superb drama, yeah. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and... So... It's already 3 hours long. Right, let's do the first award. The first award. The first award is for Best Actor in a Television Series, Musical or Comedy. To present the award are a couple of actors off the telly, what can I say? Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. When you see one of those documentaries on telly, like The 600-Pound Man or something, and he's being winched out of his house to go to hospital, right? If you're dangling from a crane, right, and you see a film crew, right, you know you fucked it. And then, you know, as I say, then they wake up the next day and they've had their legs amputated. It's really sad, and they're crying and I'm crying. They're going, oh God, why did I let it go this far? I'm so stupid. Then they get philosophical about it and they go, I never really used the legs. So, and by then it's lunchtime, and so, you know, and they go to the nurse, you didn't throw them legs away, did you?
What do you like to do when you're here in the city?
Well, you eat, usually, because but we've had Christmas, and I put on £5 at Christmas. In fact, I tweeted, so I put on £5, fat shame me to get me out of it, and people were saying things like, how did you get Ricky Gervais into a shower? Grease the sides and throw in a cookie. So, right? Unbelievable.
I saw a documentary back in England about this woman who was £350 because she ate 10 burger and fries a day. That'll do it. 10 separate meals of burger and fries. 10 separate trips to McDonald's, right? In a cab. Oh, didn't even walk that. Wasted calories, okay? So, to stop her eating these meals, they wired her jaw together. So she liquidized 10 burger and fries a day. Now she's on burger smoothies. Now she's not even chewing. That used up 3 calories. So lo and behold, she gets fatter. So they admitted her to have that thing done where you staple your stomach together. And she's sitting there in hospital, looking all depressed. Well, you can't eat for an hour before an operation, can you? Lank hair, smock. Christ knows where they got that, right? And she said, it's a really dangerous procedure, but it's the only option left. One, jogging. You don't even walk. All right. Salad. You don't like the taste. 3, 9 burger and fries a day.
I was on a plane last year, okay, going from New York to LA, okay, and me and my girlfriend were one side of the plane, there was the aisle,
And the other side, there were these two huge fat women, okay? Proper fat. One of them just got on and went, "Can I have a belt extension?" "Yeah, of course you can, you've earned it," right? So, proper. In fact, I was thinking of calling the pilot out and going, "Should one of us swap with one of them? Otherwise, we're just going to Canada." Do you know what I mean? And one of them was even fatter than the other one, okay? And she was there, and she got on the plane with one of those takeaway buckets of fast food. Bucket! I mean, there's your first clue. When did that happen? When did fat people just give up? When did they go into a shop and go, "Oh, fuck it, just treat me like a farmyard animal"? Really? Give me it in a bucket. In fact, just strap it to my fucking head, and I'll just... A bucket? Really? You want your meal in a bucket? Yes. Right? So, she's there, and she's chowing down, right? And I swear, she turns to her fat friend and says, "This is the best fried chicken I've had all day." Now, there's even a stigma, like doctors get in trouble for saying to someone, "You're overweight or obese." I don't know, that's a political thing. No, it's like fat shaming. It's not fat, you don't get cancer shaming. He's trying to save your life, right? There was a school that tried to ban the word obese because they said it was derogatory to, I don't know what to call them, round children, right? But that's the polite word. That's the word we invented, so we didn't say fat little fucker. Don't keep changing words because one person gets offended. Also, fat people aren't offended by the word obese. They did it all. They're happy with it. They're jolly, aren't they? They're jolly. You know, you see a fat person go, "All right, fatty." "Yeah, oh, yeah. Bloop, bloop, bloop. yeah. And they go to the doctor. "Come in." Bloop. Doctor goes, "Fuck me." "Oh, am I obese?" "No, you're morbidly obese." What does that mean? Means you're going to die of it. "Oh, does it?" Alright. What, straight away or? No. You've got diabetes, so you'll have your legs amputated soon. And then if you carry on, you'll die later with like stroke and respiratory heart failure. So, alright. Is there anything I can do? "Oh, yeah, of course there is. You could start working out and eat healthy, you'll be right as rain." "Oh, right. But you won't, will you?" Particularly fat women, because fat is a feminist issue. Men get fat and we just go, "Fuck it, all bought and paid for," you know. We don't come under the same constraints of society, whereas women are inundated with images of how you should be, size 0 models, this diet, that diet, look like this, keep your man. And they make such an effort, don't they, fat girls? They've always got lovely hair. Aren't they? They're always having their hair. They've all got lovely hair. Always got lovely hair. Always got those lovely false nails, haven't they? They make an effort. Anything but jogging, right? They love high heels, don't they? They think it makes their legs look less... It doesn't. It just... You can just hear them coming now. I don't want any fat people to feel uncomfortable at one of my gigs, so next time, buy 2 seats. I'm joking. I'm joking. Shut up. We have some fat people in Britain, but you, like everything else, are the gold medalists of that as well, right? You'd win that in the Olympics. I saw this episode of Jerry Springer. It was called Jerry Springer Saves the World's Fattest Man. You've got to watch that. So he's there going, "Okay, let's try and save this guy's life." He's got a heart of gold as well. He's like me, right? So it cut to this guy at home in his house. They couldn't bring him to the studio. They had a camera crew there. And I say house, he was in a trailer, obviously. And he was like a big blob on the bed. He sort of filled the trailer. He looked like an uncooked souffle. And you could just see like his eyes in this doughy mess. And he was going, "I don't want to die, Jerry. I don't want to die." And I felt sorry for him. I got over that. And they said, "How much do you weigh?" And he weighed 1,000 pounds. 1,000 pounds. Now my point is this: When he weighed himself one day and he was, say, 500 pounds, didn't he think then that was a lot? Didn't he go, that's a lot? For a human? For what is essentially a land mammal, that's a lot. I'll only have 8 breakfasts today.
I'm overweight. Do you know why? Because I eat and drink too much. That's what does it. I don't judge fat people. I just know how they got fat. If I see a fat person, I go, well done. You know, you've eaten way more than you'll ever need. Same as me, right? If I see a fat couple, I go, yeah, that works, right? But then as they're walking along, right, and you see their little fat toddlers, and you go, oh, that's not fair, right? And the mother always goes, they love cake. Of course they love cake. They're baby mammals. We're the same species as we were like 200,000 years ago. We've got a hunter-gatherer brain, right? All this affluence is so much faster than our human biology. So when you get one of those cakes from the supermarket that's packed with fats and sugar, your brain goes, fucking hell, that's amazing. Keep eating that, there might not be food tomorrow. But there will be food tomorrow. The fridge is full and your mum's on the phone to Ocado. You know what I mean?
I don't want to talk about it, but I do an awful lot for charity. But I think some causes are more worthy than others. Joking aside, obviously cancer's a very worthy cause, autism's a very worthy cause. But I got asked to do a benefit gig recently for sufferers of obesity. What? She went, sufferers of obesity. I went, do you mean fat people? She went, no, because obesity is, well, she actually went, no, because she was eating. She went, no, just, you know, between snacks, right? And she went, obesity is a disease. No, it's not, is it? You just like eating, don't you? No, it's not, is it? How is that a disease? Oh, I'm so fucking ill. I'm well ill. Oh. I said, what's the disease? She went, everything tastes good. Everything? Yeah. Not salads. It's not a disease, is it? Leprosy is a disease. Can you imagine Jesus in the temple? People shuffling up to him in bandages going, Jesus, my face is falling off. I can't stop now, there's a fat chick on her third pie. People say, they make excuses, don't they, fat people? They say, it's glandular. It's not glandular, it's greed, okay? It's big bones. Yeah, big bones covered in meat and gravy. They complain, and it's their own fault. Oh, I'm getting fat. Oh, look, I'm getting fat. Oh, aeroplane seats. They're not big enough for someone like me. No, they're not. Because if they were, we'd only get 12 fucking people on the plane. It's not fair. It is fair. That's what does it. And if we're talking about fairness and aeroplanes, why is it I get the same luggage allowance as a guy who's 400 pounds? We're both allowed to carry on 32 kilograms to the plane. I want to go, no, he used up his 32 kilograms on his tits. And this advert comes on here. I cannot wait for the cold weather, I'll tell you. There's no old lady in me, she died of hypothermia, so result. The other big campaign is A Dog is for Life, not just for Christmas. And I'm right behind animal welfare, and that's obviously aimed at parents whose kids go, can I have a puppy, can I have a puppy, no, can I have a puppy, and they give in to shut them up, but they like the puppy when it's cute, then they get bored with it, they grow out of it, and they lumber the parents with it, and they abandon it. 11,000 pets were abandoned in England last year, which is terrible. And I think kids should have pets. I think it teaches them life lessons. I haven't got children of my own, but I've got loads of nieces and nephews, and they've got kids of their own now, and I want to be a cool uncle and give them what they want, but I want to be a responsible one too, and not add to the stray problem. But I think I've solved the dilemma. This is what I do, isn't it? You have to wait till Christmas Eve, and I always go to animal shelters, not breeders, and I go along to these animal rescue homes, and I go to the veterinary part, and when they're sort of like putting down, euthanizing the sort of ones, the little runts that have got no quality of life, they're too sick, I go, no, don't kill that one. I'll take that one. And they go, it's only going to live a day. Perfect. So I rush home with it. I'm going, don't die yet, don't die yet. A little bit of Starbucks, don't die yet. And I rush in, I call my little niece, she runs over to me. I go, look, puppy, I go, yeah, your best uncle, your puppy. I go, go and play with it, quick, go and play with it. And she takes it to bed, Christmas Eve, she plays with it, and she sleeps, she wakes up in the morning, cold, dead, sick, gone. So, not a problem. And they always come down the next day, Christmas Day, they're going, oh, my puppy's dead, my puppy's dead. I go, what? The puppy your uncle got you, he did his bit, and whatever happened after that isn't his problem. I go, yeah. I go, maybe you rolled over on it in the night. Oh, did I? Oh, no. Yeah. And they go, I killed my puppy, I killed my puppy. I go, no, you didn't kill your puppy. Jesus killed your puppy. On his birthday. Because you didn't spend enough on your uncle's Christmas present. Thanks very much. Good night. I went to Sunday school from about the age of 5 till I was about 9. And I fell for it. I think it's because Sunday school and this thing was such an attractive prospect to a kid. Because you can do anything. I mean, as long as you say, I believe in God, you can play table tennis all day. Do you know what I mean? God's brilliant, isn't he? He is brilliant. Oh, look at that, yeah. Oh, I love the way he made everything in like a week. Vicar, what? Jesus is brilliant too. Can I have a Coke? Yeah. A normal teacher wouldn't fall for that sort of shit. I got on okay with most teachers, except my didn't get on with my PE teacher. Didn't get on with PE, obviously. And my PE teacher was he was nasty, but Mr. Morris, his name was. And if you forgot your football kit, he didn't make you play in your pants. Oh no, he thought pants were unhygienic. He used to make you play with nothing on your bottom half. I mean, it's firm but fair. It wasn't a hippie. He imposed the same rules on himself when he forgot his kit. So, no, it was very. He forgot his kit every week. I think it was a bit scuffed. Silly old sausage. His catchphrase was "nice tackle, boy." No, he did have a catchphrase. He used to say, "You don't wash it like that. Give it here." Oh dear. His house burned down. But that's where my fascination with animals started at school, and I did well at school. I felt that I just learned to pass exams as opposed to. I feel like I just want to get so much knowledge now. It must be a sign of age, but I want to know about everything, things I never cared about before. I've got digital TV, and there's 72 channels, all shit, except I watch hours on end of the History Channel and Discovery Channel now, just back and forth, like 6-hour stints at History Channel, Discovery Channel, back and forth. Ask me anything about sharks and Nazis. Not as bad as a lot of people make out. Sharks, I mean, Nazis, horrible. Don't get me. Sharks, brilliant. Nazis, rubbish. But the shark's an amazing creature. It's got sense up its body. It can tell the slightest movement in water, a floundering fish, through electrical impulse. It can zone in on that. It's got good eyesight, contrary to popular belief. And it can taste and smell the slightest human secretion of, like, blood and sweat, 1 part in a billion, from a mile away. A shark would have found Anne Frank like that. Nazis, rubbish. No time for them, no time for them. I've been to her house, it's tiny. I can't believe one of them didn't go, let's look upstairs today, you know what I mean? What were they doing? Okay, yeah. Sarge, wait, what? What's that tapping noise? Rats, move on. Oh. She had time to write a novel, for Christ's sake. Well, it ends a bit abruptly, and no sequel, lazy.
Like in the 80s, 2 blokes, and it would be, oh, we suck my cock. Fuck off, you got AIDS, I'd die. Now it's like, I'll give it here, I take pills for the rest of my life. Do you know what I mean? There's no... Bigots jumped on it in the 80s, you know, the Christian right, or all fundamentalists, actually, like going, this is God's wrath, this is God's punishment for homosexuality. Imagine thinking that. What imagining in your head, right, to think that's true? So, God's in heaven, do you? And he's looking down on civilization, and he suddenly goes, I'm sick of all this bumming. I mean, what the... Oh, come on, lads, what? Oh, look at... I've warned them. It's in the Bible. No bumming. Not in those words.
Leviticus 28:11. Any man who lieth with another man as he doth a woman, they are both an abomination and shall surely be put to death. Basically, no bumming, right? They went, right, they're taking the... I've got to do some... oh, how can I punish... I know. AIDS. You know, like he did with light, just like, oh, what is dark, what can I do? Light, right? Let there be light. With this, right? Let there be AIDS, right? And there was AIDS. Not on Earth, but up in his laboratory, right? So he made the AIDS, like that, oh, horrible little things, right? And you go, right, there you are. You couldn't see them, but you could see them there, like that, right? And he went, right, your AIDS. They went, well, what? He went, your AIDS. They went, what's that? It's like the worst disease ever. And they went, oh, brilliant. And he went, Netflix have already bought this, fuck them, right? Your AIDS, well, what do we do? Right, I want you to kill homosexuals. Why? Because I don't like watching them. Don't watch them then. I've got no choice. I'm omnipresent, so I'm watching 50 million people bumming right now. So, you know, right, so what do we do? Right, I'm going to put you down where? Africa. Why Africa? They're dying anyway. That's not me saying that, is it? That's God. That's God saying that. Where in Africa? Oh, just in an arse. I'm going to put you in... What, in all the shit? Yes. I'm going to put you in an arse, right? That is where you're going to do a lot of your best work through the 1980s. Right? So I'm going to cram you in an arse, right? Then what? Right. If a cock comes in, that shouldn't be there, right? Get in the cock as well. What all of us know. Some of you get in the cock, some of you stay in the arse, in case another cock comes along. And if I know this arse, there will be another cock. Right. So some of us get in the cock, some of us stay in the arse. Yeah. Then what? Kill them both. Right? So kill all homosexuals. Exactly. What, even lesbians? No, not lesbians. Right? Why? Because I like watching them. But all diseases let you down eventually, not just AIDS. After AIDS, it was SARS, wasn't it? Remember SARS? Oh, gonna wipe out humanity. Didn't. Then, Ebola, flesh-eating disease. Well, oh, Ebola's come to London. Some nurse got hot for the weekend, and that was it, right? Then Zika virus, remember the baby's born with, like, half a head. I was going, oh, Zika virus, don't worry about it. Oh, Zika. Oh, I'm pregnant. Start knitting a hat. You know? You can have too much of a good thing, like heroin. What? Although too much heroin it's death, basically. What's up with him? Too much. Was it good? It was lovely, but just too much. That's the thing. Try anything once, sure. Try it. But know this about heroin. You go, oh, go on, I'll have one. I'll have one heroin. Go on. That's right. Oh, just have the one. Oh, that's just... Oh, that's fucking lovely. Give us some... I can't just have one. They're like hobnob. Or serial killing. That's surprisingly Moorish. You think, oh, I'll just do one heinous crime. I love all that. I'll just go out. You go out, tooled up, and you chop someone up. And don't just kill them. If you're a serial killer, kill them, fuck them, eat them. Right? In that order. At least have a thick. Do you know what I mean? See you on telly in 10 years' time going, oh, why'd you do it? Oh, Ricky Gervais told me to try heroin and be a serial killer. Oh, what did you do? I just killed him. Well, you didn't fuck him and eat him. No, get out of my fucking court. So... And you go, well, I've done that. Get rid of all the body parts. All of them. Keep a bit for later. What? Oh, wow, Jesus Christ. Oh, maybe you shouldn't mix alcohol with painkiller. It just seemed like a waste, right? And you get home and you go, right, I've done that. I'll never have to do that again. Before you know it, you're B&Q with a brand new claw. I'm going, oh, fuck me. Here we go again. So just be warned.